Hey, what's up guys? This is TBone here. Welcome back to another live stream. I haven't done a stream in a little bit for the game here, and it is the first one in September, and so I'm looking forward to playing and then see how things go. Just gonna let people know that the stream is currently on right now, and then we'll get going. All right, so let's get going and let's take a look here. So a couple of things I wanted to do. First, I wanted to kind of, help people understand like how you want to set up for, raid bosses in general, some of the things that you can take a look at, things that you may not realize. These are also things that we can do in offline videos, but I figured this is a good opportunity for people to join, hang out, chat, and then I can answer some questions. And also I have redeemable codes I'm going to be giving. So just going to give people a few minutes to join in, and then I'll start giving out the code. So I'm happy to say I'll be able to give out more codes in my future streams as well. I did it when I first started, and then now I'm going to be able to do it more regularly also. And so so stay tuned. I'll be giving out the streams not too late, like I generally try to do it earlier in the video as well. So first, let's take a look at the raid bosses. So every raid boss is different, okay? And when you go into the fight, first thing you want to take a look at is, the boss itself. So take a look at the boss. Every boss has different skills, and you want to understand what it is that they're strong against and what they're weak against, okay? So right now we're against a Topaz Dragon. It's a 4-star level 3. And so you know what the skill is going to be. It gives, it can match gemstones 4 times, and it gains mana, and it hits a single enemy. That's the key here, right? So knowing that is going to help. But then some of the other things that you want to know about is going to be found in here. So you have a very detailed breakdown of all the bosses at the various different levels and what their skills are like, and the things that you want to look at is going to be right here. Bastet. So we're going to go to Bastet. We're going to take us 4 stars and level 3. Things we want to look at, right? So it has 0 accuracy. That's because it doesn't actually do any negative status, but it has a resistance of 204. So that means you need to have, at least over 204 in your accuracy in order to expect to be able to land any negative stats. So if you're finding yourself not landing anything, that's the reason why. It has really high resistance, and its speed is at 295, and it has a mana gain of 24. So these are information that's going to help you sort of understand what to expect when you fight the boss, and then you can probably set up a team to go around, sort of try and do some damage. So this is the staple team that I've been using, right? And I've been using this team for quite a while. I'm still building up the awakening for all of these. Gorak, I haven't gone to 6 stars yet. I just did a video for Gorak, and I plan to get it. I plan to get him to 6 stars, right? And so this is the team I'm going to go against, and I'll talk about the the setup and everything. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna give away the first code. All right, so we're going to do a code here, and I see Bella in the stream, so thanks for joining me here. We're gonna do 2 codes today, and I'll give one right now, and it's going to be in here. Just put them all in lowercase. Since it is the very first stream in September, this is going to be the first code. It's going to be September_stream. All right. So if you enter it, you're going to get some energy and also a gold scroll. So pretty sweet deal. Upper Strength, welcome to the stream. So that's the first one of the 2, and then I will give out another code a little bit later today. So not every stream I'm going to give out 2, but I'm going to give at least 1 in each of the streams that I do. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the fights here. So one of the things that you want to do with this boss is understand how fast the boss is. So we took a look at the speed. I think it was like 294, and so I have here Street Block, whose speed is at 357. If you have Streetbog, you really want to put speed on him as much as possible, or you can have any other support units that you can have a high speed for. This is going to really help you out. So I have a Streetbog that has speed, and then I have one dark unit and that is Gorak. So I expect that the Bastard is going to attack first, and so what I have here is Dragonfire. If you have Dragonfire, this is a perfect it's a perfect potion for you to bring in this particular fight, because you're not going to be needing a lot of health potions. You're going to need more mana. You're not going to need as many health potions, but you do need Dragonfire to make sure that you can sustain damage. And then Skyron is typically, for almost all bosses, Skyron is the right dragon to bring in to your fights. All right, so we're going to change up my... Let's go ahead and change up my potions here, because I only have 2 of the big ones. So we'll bring in the medium mana potion, and then let's get started. So we're going to do a fight, and the very first thing you do is, like, if you know that you're going to be able to go ahead of the boss, then this is perfect. All right, so then go ahead and put a Dragonfire on Gorak, because he's most likely going to get hit. Okay, and then you can use this opportunity to then go ahead and do your gem matches. And in this case, I was able to get Streetbog to be powered up. And you can see here, Gorak actually survives, and he does have a increased attack, but he's not going to be able to take advantage of this just yet. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and let's see here. I want to do as many of the blue and red matches as well as the dark as I can. And then we're just going to go ahead and attack, right? We're just going to go on attack here. And let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until the turn before the boss attacks to activate Gorak. Not Gorak, to activate Martin, so that I could, you know, make his skill last as long as possible. And I wish I didn't have to do this, but okay. So I like to use Xena's skill when she has also the buff from Streetbog. And so if you have the buff from Streetbog, she deals more damage because there's more positive stats on her. There you go. We're going to activate Martin, and then we're going to add to damage, except this time she didn't get a that's too bad. She didn't get the critical damage there. So let's see here. We can do that. We're not going to be able to get Ketra's skill fully activated, but because of Streetbog's skill, we will be able to activate her next, which is really good. All right, so let's go ahead and attack here. So a 15 to 16 is typically what I expect to get from Ketra. And let's see here. I do want to make sure that I'm also matching my blue gems for Streetbog, because it's his turn right now, so I want to make sure I take advantage of that. And then you always want him to be activated so that you can help the rest of your team as well. And surprisingly here, Gorak is not my primary, like in terms of like, you know, how much damage it can deal. Gorak actually, I would say, deals a little bit less than my Xena right now, but then again, Xena is actually at 6 stars awaken, 3 stars awaken, sorry, and 6 stars and 3 star awaken. So she is definitely going to hit harder. That's definitely the case. But once I get into 6 stars, I think he's going to be the main attacker for me for this boss. All right, so let's go ahead and activate everything here except for Martin. And so 16,000 right there, and it's also Ketra's turn right now. And so we're going to be able to... I don't want to waste... I don't want to waste Ketra's red gems right now. So we're just going to go ahead and wait for that. And I want to see how much damage I can deal. I think I was able to deal about... let's see. I was able to deal a little over 700,000 last time. And we will, let's see how well we do this time. And so thanks a lot for joining me on the stream, guys. At the end of this fight, then I'll give away the second code as well. It's a, you know, a 100 energy plus 1 gold scroll. Oh man, did I forget? Okay, luckily I forgot to activate Martin, but he had 1 more turn left for his taunt, so I'm happy about that. Anyways, I was saying, like, 100 energy plus 1 gold scroll for the redeemable code. So feel free to take it, and you can share it with your guildmates if you need to. All right, so I mentioned that I don't really need to heal a lot, and I think I'm still okay. I don't think he's going to die right now. And this is the part where I don't get this as often. Right, I don't get this as often. I get full stacks of positive stack for Xena. So this is the time where I would go and do something like this. It's a little bit of a waste. I wish I had the big one, then I could use it more, but some medium ones and small ones work as well. So Neil the Noble, you need a farmer, but you can't fuse Premislav yet. So I would go with Alton. So Alton is definitely going to be your farmer as well, and I can show you how you use him later. So you just need to make sure that you have your Alton built for farming. All right, so let's see. We're gonna do this one more time. Okay, and then 19 is how much you can deal. Gorak can do about 16. Ketra can do about 15. I don't have any units that have high enough accuracy to land like a decreased defense. Otherwise, I would be able to deal more damage. But right now this is what I have, and I'm trying to think. I want to do one more attack in here. This is usually a time where I would sort of use my mana a little bit just to get some of the additional damage in, and then let's go ahead and do this. So one of the things that I enjoy about this game is that they have this auto fight feature, which is awesome. And by the way, I'm using this route now because what I'm expecting to do is I'm expecting to activate Martin more. So then so you'll see what I'm doing here. Because every time I activate Martin, I'm also getting a little bit of heal, and so this can help me save some energy. So anyways, yeah, so like one of the things I like about this game is that it has auto battle, but raid bosses really is the place where you want to take the time to do damage manually, because you can do so much better. You can do so much more damage if you use manual versus auto fights, because auto fights is really not that efficient. It's not for raid bosses anyways. Like, it's helpful when you have a team that's set up to be able to do campaigns or raids. You can do lots of waves, but for raid bosses there are different strategies you want to employ. Like, you don't want to activate a hero right away, for example. So let's see, with 19 turns until rage, we got plenty of time, and let's go ahead and we gotta do one. So here's another trick, right? So because Streebok has his skill right now, he's going to gain 20 mana next turn. So you don't need to match 5 gems. I just need to match 4. And so here, what I could do is once I know I have 4 gems match, I can move on to something else. I don't need to match the 5 gems. I can instead try and focus on something else. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Gorak's attack. Okay, and we have taunt going from Martin, so that's good. We don't have to worry about him. And see, and then now I can go ahead and activate Streetbox. So it's like there's a lot of counting. There's a lot of mana counting, and just thinking about like the next turn and stuff like that. I'm not going to be able to get anything good here, so let's go ahead and just get one more in there. So 16 turns, we're at 432 with 5 medium ones. I think we can do this. I think we can probably get it close to 800. Maybe even break that. Let's see, so I can do this, and let's do that. Okay, so we got Ketra, and Martin is pretty much like almost dead, so I'm gonna go ahead and we just used one potion so far. Okay, we just used one big health potion so far, and that was sufficient. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, we're now about 500, so we need about 200,000 more. We'll get that, no problem. Get no problem with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate everything, and I can speed up a little bit now. Like I'm just kind of explaining as I go along, but I think really what I want to do is I want to try and finish this fight, and then we'll talk about farming, and then we could try some rift as well, I guess. Let's see, we can do this. So 11 turns left. Okay. We'll go ahead and use this. Ketra's going to activate next. I couldn't get... Get 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's good. That's a good drop. That's a really good drop there. Okay, perfect. So activate here. Hit and hit. So we're now 587. And then it's Martin's turn, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay, we still have taunt going, so that's good. We have enough health, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, so let's see. So we have 7 turns remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will be able to stay at rage 1 turn before rage, just before the boss's turn. And so what we can do is we can just kind of get ourselves set up here, and we can go ahead and activate everything. Good. And then attack. Okay, 640. 1, 2, 3. I need to have 4 match in order to get 1 activation, so we'll do just that. Okay, 16 again, and then Gorak's turn now. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Martin should survive. Let's see. So it's at 30,000 health. We are now 685. I can do a couple more turns, and then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to attack. Then I will have. It'll be on Streetbox's turn before it's 1 turn before rage, right? So we will do this. I'm basically just kind of counting so I can figure out how much mana I can save. So let's see. We do need to make sure we get. Okay, I can get Ketra, right? I can get Ketra at least. And all right, so this is our now last turn, and so this is where we go ahead and pump the rest of the mana in there. Okay, we can attack. We can also use Gorak's attack. We'll get close. We'll get close to 800. At least we'll break my current score, so that's good. We'll do one more here, and then I'll show you a trick here as well. So this is where having the dragon fire really helps as well. So I think I have probably one more turn before Martin dies. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to activate him because sometimes the boss will skip ahead because the boss gets like a huge massive shift in his speed. So if not, then this strategy will work. So let's see if I get one more turn out of this. So I do get one more turn. That's good. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put Dragonfire on him now. Okay. And the reason I'm doing that because I believe that Martin is probably going to die, and then he's going to attack Gorak right afterwards. And so I'm going to get his skill going right now in preparation for when the boss kills Martin and then attacks me. Foiled. Usually would be able to attack right away. So I was kind of hoping that this next 3 turns was going to be all against Gorak. So unfortunately that wasn't the case. So we're going to die at this point. So that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and do some damage there. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be this turn where you'll just keep attacking Gorak, keep attacking, and he doesn't die, and then I could do some more damage at the end. But it is, it's okay. I mistimed it by 1, right? And so we were able to do 836,000 for this particular setup here, and it is one, it's one legendary that you can fuse. Martin is I'm so happy I got him because he has just been phenomenal. And then 3 rare cards. So this is a pretty decent team for this. And Neil, you like this thing because it's very usable. Yeah, that's the idea. All right, so thanks for sticking around with me. Let's go ahead and get our second code now. So we are gonna jump into the redeemable code, and because it is a September stream and my kids have just started school, it is that time of the year. Back to school. That's the second code for the day, guys. This is the second code for the stream. If you go ahead and redeem this, you're going to get yourself 100 energy and a gold scroll. So take advantage of that, guys. Okay, again, the 2 codes are September stream. I'll type this in again for those of you who might have missed it earlier. September stream. Okay, that's the first code, and this is a one-time use. So once you've used it, you cannot use it again. And then the second code is back to school. All right, so enjoy the scrolls, guys. It's going to be helpful as well for the future events that are coming out where we need to summon heroes. And, a bit of extra energy is always good. So if we're talking about farming, and if you have Alton, one of the things, like eventually what you want to do is you want to be able to get the Tenebris, right? Because it's all red. But you can also go into Cardinal Oasis, right? So if you go to Cardinal Oasis, and what you do here is you have Alton, and you want to build him for, I guess I don't have any leaders here. You want to build him for health, right? And you just go into the fight. I'm doing this in hell difficulty right now, right? And so Alton is going to be able to help you out. So let's take a look here. So the first thing is he's going to survive a lot of the hits. Okay, that's the first thing. And then when he uses his skill, everybody will die. Right, so it's just too bad that he was super fast, but he wasn't able to get his mana going. But we're gonna go ahead and get himself charged up, and when he uses his skill, everyone's just going to die. Right, so the more health you can put on him, the higher damage he will deal, and so it makes it easier for him to farm. And this is well, I guess I these are my feeder heroes. I should have not used these, because these were the ones that I just got to 4-star, and these are going to be my feeding heroes to go to for my 4-stars go to 5-stars. So they're gonna stay at level 4. That's okay. I could possibly maybe even make them into level 40 so that they could just help me ascend my 5-star heroes to 6 stars. I guess we can do that. So anyways, Alton is the way to go. Okay, and if you're going to use Alton and you're going to be doing feeder heroes, then Ambersands is going to be the best. If you have like a couple of legendary heroes that you're looking to level up using Alton, then what you do is you put the equipment on your legendary heroes, and then you use Alton. Okay, so and then you go into Tenebris. So for Tenebris, you do need to have a hero that's going to help you out. It's just because generally you might not be able to withstand it all on your own. So depends on the situation. I would say Tenebris is really more for heroes that you can equip artifacts on, because then they can survive longer and then Alton can take care of them. But if you're just going to like, you know, level up like really low level, like, you know, 2-star, 3-star cards, then using Alton, I would say probably the safest is Ambersands. You're still going to get pretty good score experience wise. And, you know, oh no, not Ambersands. I think Cardinal Oasis is what I was looking at. Yeah, Cardinal Oasis is where you want to go. You're still going to get pretty good good experience, and I can do this in hell difficulty using a rare hero. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Rift now. Purple Hills. I still haven't tried really high level yet. I'm still just at battle 10. So let's see if we can conquer, well, I guess I did 11, right? Or I didn't. Let's see if we can conquer 11 and see if we can beat it. So this is the boss that will one-shot all of your enemies like one at a time, right? Removes all positive statuses and then kills the target. So one of the things you want is you want somebody with mana choke. Even that though is not really going to help as much. You just need to like kill the boss as quickly as possible. And so this is the setup I've tried. Let's go ahead and use this for now. Oh no, not mana choke. Mana choke doesn't actually heal block doesn't matter, right? This is the one to go with. So let's give it a try. We're attempting battle 11. I've been just doing battle 10, although I haven't really been doing as much on the purple rift because I'm sort of focusing on the blues, greens, and the yellows. And I'm gonna have to save my other days to farm on Moon Forest. So I haven't been doing purple as much, but let's take a look and see if this setup works here. So Gulchmere is sort of like the key here. So he can deal damage and ignores 40%, and he could attack twice if the first attack is a critical hit. Okay. And so if the first special skill is a critical hit, then there's a chance that he'll use the second one. And so the boss has already charged up. So if we can't take him out in the next 3 turns, we will lose a unit. We're going to lose a unit if we don't take it out. So let's see. And oh my gosh, we are going to lose a unit, and it's probably going to be Gulchmere. That's a problem, is also like if you don't have a hero that charges up fast enough, then it's going to be difficult. So because I have Xena, because she can deal so much damage, I can get past 11 just fine. But at some point I'm going to lose all of my heroes because they're just not going to be able to deal enough. And so I think that in this particular case, it might be better for me to, you know, let's see. Because the problem is I need Gulchmere to be activated faster. Let's try something a little bit different here. Let's try Streetbach. Let's go ahead and use this leader. Why not? Like, he is just like one of my favorite units to use in every battle. He like the first thing about the fusion heroes is you need to be able to, you know, level up your heroes. You need to be able to get, you know, good equipment, and with that, Guinevere is going to be a savior. So many fights, keeps you out of trouble, you know, like just keeps you alive for a lot of fights, and then from there you can then build up again to then fuse Streetbach, and by that point you'll have, you know, heroes that can take advantage of it. You can use it in a lot of different situations. And even though it costs 20 million gold each time, it's definitely worth it. So I will stress this again, like, you know, even if you're not playing competitively, your goal should be to work towards fusion of Guinevere and Streetbach, and the order doesn't really matter. I think like if you have like, you know, more of one hero to go towards, then you should focus on that. Okay. And then as soon as you can fuse one of the two, you're going to notice a significant difference in, you know, how much better your gameplay is going to be. And I think that's actually a really good testament to something that I enjoy about this, and that is the game that the game feature that's available, like the legendary heroes are available to you through fusion, is not a crappy hero, right? The 2 heroes that are available to you from fusion are actually really good, and so that allows you to really work towards it even as a free to play. And I think that that is something that I've really enjoyed. Okay, so I think having Streetblock here helps a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back, drop down a few levels, and we're going to try a couple of different teams that isn't going to use all of these legendary and epic heroes, and want to see if we can come up with something that would be helpful. So we'll do this one, and then we will try a different level. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that while I'm here? Feel free to ask if anybody any questions about either the Rift or campaigns. I'm always here to help. So a lot of people ask questions in my Discord server as well, and there's a lot of really helpful people that provide a lot of really good inside knowledge, and we have pretty good discussions. So all in all, I think that this is a there's really good conversations and good topics and good knowledge to be shared. So I encourage you guys to join the server, and let's build up the community. All right, so we should be fine. We have a Glotrina that's going to do attack again. Like, it's crazy how he can't deal even half of the damage that Xena is doing. Like, it just amazes me how much Xena can do. All right, so let's drop down a little bit. Let's try 8. And let's change this, right? So let's take a look and see what we have in terms of our rare heroes. So I think, first thing is you want Alton, and this is a dark hero, so you want attackers. Like, this is not the level where you have a taunting hero and you wait it out and sort of, protect yourself. You sort of have to go all in these fights, because the longer the fight goes on, the more of your heroes are going to die. And so you want pure attackers, just like area effect attackers, but most importantly, you want single damage dealers if you can. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in... I'll bring some different heroes just to sort of see, right? But I don't have a lot of heroes that are main damage dealers, except for Xena, Ketra, and Alton. I haven't leveled up a lot of them. I guess I have Lethai, although Lethai needs to have his I think I took an equipment off of Lethai, so we're going to take a look at that afterwards. Do I have anyone else? I may have some in the level I may have some that are level 30 that are in my storage, so let's take a look. Because all the ones that are useful that I am actively leveling up, there's actually a lot of support units I'm doing right now. I'm actually bringing up a lot of support units, and so a lot of the attackers are rares I'm already using. Yeah, so I don't have any that are really high level right now. I thought I had a vegan. I must have used him up. Yeah, so the purple boss is really one where I think you just need to find attackers, and you just need to deal as much damage as you can. So let's go back and let's take a look at some of the other heroes I can try and bring in. All right, so we have Alton, Nora, Lethai, and these are one that does AoE and then 2 single attacks. What we could do is we could use Santos to increase the attack of these units here, and I guess for the sake of doing something interesting, I will bring in Gorak just to see. And no one's the leader here, so there's no one with the leader bonus. But let's go for it, all right? Because I have a high enough level Alton, it's really not going to be a fair assessment, because I think it's going to just be one shot and they all die. Right. But the idea here is Santos is a unit that I am going to bring up for sure. I'm definitely going to bring up Santos to level 50, maybe even 60 eventually, because he has really good heal, and his ability to boost attack is definitely going to be very helpful in for a lot of teams. Like a lot of the units that you're going to bring up are probably going to be units that it's really backwards. I need to have Santos go before Lethai, and then you can see the difference in the damage. So he was dealing about 4,000, and if you have Santos go first, then he'll definitely be dealing maybe like 6,000 or so. So oh, we got a nice medium one. We were going higher and we were only getting small dust, and this time we got medium dust. So like if this was the setup, I would have done this way. I would have changed this up, right? I would have gotten all of your. You need to have your buffing heroes on the left side, okay, and then your single damage dealers go on the right side. And in this case, Nora actually is a debuffer as well, and so she's going to go on the left. And then we will finally put Lethai in here as a single dealer, and then Gorak as well. So let's move up to maybe level battle 10, see if that makes a difference. Okay, so now that we've adjusted a little bit better, so then we're going to get a debuffer, then we're going to get the buffer, then we're going to get the single damage dealers, and so that's sort of the order you want to go from left to right. But yeah, like I'm not actively pursuing the purple rift up to 20, and I can't even get to level battle 20 on the yellow one yet. That one's the hardest one. It is super hard. All right, so let's see. Are they all just gonna die? Okay, so let's see how much Lethai deals now. 13,000 now, including a critical. So that was really good. So the increased attack. So now his attack is boosted up to 3,500. So that's good. All right, so let's see if we can get their skills going. Okay, there we go. So we're going to be able to see if I can deal enough damage in a single shot. So 10,000 against the boss. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, we may not be able to take it out in time because Gorak is not going to attack the boss. Oh man, we're gonna lose 2 heroes. We're gonna lose. We lose Santos and we lose Lethai, just like that. And if you put Gorak in there, you have to make sure that you target down the boss. Otherwise, he would have attacked the totem, and it's just not going to be pretty. All right, so let's see. So we went ahead and we did some more attack on. We did some more attack on the yellow boss, which incidentally has turned out to be like probably my favorite boss to attack, just because like Martin is just so good to use. And hopefully this, like I've shown this so many times, hopefully this works for you guys. You can do something to replicate a similar strategy. And I showed a farming campaign guide, and for me personally, what I do the most when I'm farming is I use between Plateau of Rust or Sacred Grove. Sacred Grove is probably one that I do the most. And I just go to battle 1, and then I bring in, I guess this is probably okay. I'll probably just go ahead and level these guys up to level 40. Then what I can do is I can use them to level up my my 5-star heroes. And this is what I do, right? So I use Premislav to farm at mostly in Sacred Grove because this is the most consistent level where I guarantee with just like low level feeder heroes, I'm guaranteed to win about 100% of the time. If I go to Plateau of Rust, I actually would, from time to time, I would lose depending on whether or not the Premislav's counter skill, counter attack actually activates. For him, when he activates his counter attack, most of the time I can take out the enemy, so it actually is pretty quick. This particular level is a little bit slow compared to my usual time, but this is how I farm. I basically just like farming here and come on, counter attack. And then each of the time I see an attack, I just like keep my fingers crossed, like, okay, are you gonna go down? Are you gonna go down? With Premislav, what you want to do is you want to use your epic tomes, and then you want to get his passive ability to max. So we'll take a look at Premislav as well. Okay, so if you look at Premislav, what I did for him is I just made sure I maximized his passive ability, because then you increase his chance of using special ability up to 30. Okay, otherwise it starts at 20%. 30% from 20% is actually a big enough difference that I've noticed it. And then, you know, I haven't yet leveled up his special ability. Although if I do, then he's going to deal more attack, which is going to make him more effective in the, you know, in the waves. But taking my time with it. And in terms of like who I'm going to be ascending next, because right now there is still there is still the event for Ascension. I think I'm gonna probably decide between Vigo, Fimbor, Goldmere, or Gorak. Like these are probably going to be my four. Although like Gorak for the reason of, you know, doing more damage to the boss, and Fimbor because he is actually he's actually sort of like, you know, stepping up in his ranks as like a really good unit to use, especially in arena. And I was able to beat this guy earlier. I was pretty happy about that. Let's go ahead and reroll. Let's see if we can do one fight in arena before we end our stream. Okay, so let's take a look and see if there's anyone that I could to go against here. And these all look really scary. Let's see. We got Ketra and Claws. Claws deals damage to all enemies. And we got a big healer here. We don't have anyone that is going to do negative attack. Let's give this a try. And what I do need is I'm more worried about Santa. Honestly, I'm more worried about Santa. I don't have a healer here, and it's going to be a damage all, but I think I could take it. So let's go ahead. Okay, so I do have more speed, which is good, but I don't have this. This is a terrible board. This is a terrible board. All right, so can I do 10? So right now I'm looking like, what can I do? And this is a very bad board for me to start, even though I'm going first, because I can't get Streetbach to go first, even though I have 2-turn advantage. I can't get his skills to activate. I can't charge up anyone. I can't charge up Martin. I can't charge up Ketra. Let's see. So right now I'm counting my turns to see what I can get. Okay, so 3, 6. I need 10. I have only 9 on the board, so I can't get 10 no matter what. I need to take away their yellow and red gems. So at least I'll do this. Gosh, this is horrible. And we're going to target. We're gonna target Santa Claus actually, because I don't like his area of effect attack. This is going to suck. They're going to target fire down my Xena before she even gets a chance to attack, I think. Okay, so the good thing is I have a few more turns to attack, so that's good. Let's see how much damage can I do to Santa. Okay, not a whole ton, but I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do this, and we're going to do this quick. Okay, we're going to do this quick. Okay, we're going to focus fire down on Santa right now. Okay, and let's see. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. To heal block, going to do another attack. We'll use skill from Sigil. There you go. Perfect. Oh, and then I forgot. I forgot that there's also that revive. But we have Martin that is currently taunting, and the key here is I can't get attacked by Santa, right? So we're going to be able to counter attack right now, and we'll attack Santa again. So get rid of him. Then the next person that we're going to focus fire on is probably going to be Nefre. Okay. And so 1. I have 3 taunts. The thing about Guinevere is that she could take away my my taunt, but I think we're gonna be okay there. Thanks, Don. Thanks for joining me here. And let's see. So we got heal block. Not that it matters. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Taunt. What do I need to do? I need to keep the light gems away, and I guess we'll keep matching the blue gems as well. I think, you know, the thing in arena fights is like if you can identify what you're weak against and what you're strong against, and then sort of focus on teams that you have more strength over, you're going to be able to do relatively well. So like for me right now, I'm not using like the strongest team. I'm using one that I'm most familiar with. I'm using one that I feel most comfortable with, and I've won all the ones that I've tried so far, and I've been pretty happy with that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Do this. Okay, so there goes Nefre, and we should be able to take care of Tessix. Ooh, Tessix is pretty strong. Okay, so we'll do that. This. So let's see if I can take care of Tessix using Xena. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go Martin. And then 1. Oh man, I thought that was gonna be it. I thought that would have been it from Ketra's attack. Like it doesn't really matter that I don't think it really matters that Tessix survives, because Tessix is there for immunity and for a wide area effect, sort of reflect. I don't actually have an area of effect damage dealer, and I'm not using negative status. Like I'm not a negative status type player, and so for me it's just pure damage. So teams that focus on debuffing, or getting rid of debuffs, and teams that are worried about sort of area effect damage actually are the teams I do well against. So Don, you've got Xena and Ketra. These are the two of my favorite. They're just so amazing to use. Like I talk about this all the time to the point where like people are probably sick of it. But I mean, like these are like free to play heroes that you can use easily, and you can max them out super easily, and you can obtain them. And it's easy to get to you know, easy to get their awakening to 6 stars. All in all, it's a great great 2 heroes. All right, take down Ketra, and now we go ahead and face off against Guinevere. It is a little bit slow. Like, this is not a fast fight by any means, but definitely, you know, I had a sort of a system. There's a system for me to go after them. I wish I have Cassia. So Cassia as a, you know, Cassia as a hero, I try to avoid as well. Like, her area of effect damage is really, really good. So if you have Cassia, congratulations. I don't have her. I wish that I'll get lucky one of my pulls next time. But I did get Esmeralda, so she's good. I like using her as well. Okay. Just a couple more hits, I think, and we should be fine as long as she doesn't get rid of heal block. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack, and we're good. Okay, whew. So this was a power 122. So it was a little bit similar to me. But I think this is the case where, you know, just focusing on the right hero and denying them the gems to power up was sort of the key. And I sped up my sigil as well. So between Streetbog and sigil, I have pretty good advantage as well. So that helps a lot. Ashton, so you pull Zoe with a silver scroll. Congratulations. And, you know, Nefri is actually really Nefri is good. Nefri is actually really good. I used Nefri in a rift fight. Let me see if this is the one. I was trying this out. Like, it's not like perfect, but this is what I'm using right now with Nefri, and I think that she will be a good one to get to 6 stars as well. And so the nice thing about Nefri is she can actually keep your team alive longer with her soul link. Right, and then the fact that she revives one of your heroes after it dies is also really, really cool. So Nefri is right now 5 stars, level 50. I don't have her skills leveled up just yet, but let's see how this goes. All right. So what's really cool is she also gets rid of negative stats for herself too. So it's like, you know, the only thing is it's just for one ally as opposed to doing it for everyone. But I guess if she did, that would be way too overpowering. So right now this is using Nefri in a battle 20 of the Rift. And let's see, so you have all the heroes to fuse. I'm assuming you're okay. So you're talking about so Dawn, you got all the heroes to fuse Streetbog. It's worth it. I think it's more. I think that the thing that takes the time is just saving up the gold, right? Like, you need to get to your units to level 50. That's the first thing. Then you gotta save up enough gold. So it definitely takes a while, but it's definitely really, really worth it. They're worth it. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna do. Like, this is not a guarantee. This is really an experimental team that when it worked, I was really surprised. And when it worked well, I was able to clear this wave pretty fast. So let's see how we do here. That's not a good start because we didn't power up any of our blue heroes. Okay. And you'll notice that whenever I play Rift, I'm always doing auto battle. And the reason for auto battle is because I want to set up the team in a way that will allow me to, you know, farm more regularly. And to do that, I want to have minimum. Interactions, right? If I have to like sit there and manage it in order for it to work, then that means the team is not quite strong enough to win on its own. So that's why I generally, like, once I set up a team, I kind of leave it and see how it goes. So let's see. Andrew, need extra energy. All the Rift consumes too much energy. So I've given up 2 codes so far. I will do it again so that you can take a look. You'll get 100 energy each time. Unless you've already got, you say you're just commenting on the rift using too much energy, which I totally agree with you. All right, let's take a look. See, we've got our first revive from the Phoenix, and well, we took away all the red gems, which is good, but that's not going to help much here because the totems help out. We're going down on our health right now, but we haven't revived a hero just yet. We haven't needed to revive anybody just yet, and so let's see. We're able to heal up Xena, which is good. Oh, hey, we did this. Okay. That one hit from Xena almost took it up, but we managed to do it. How long did it take? I think a little bit over 3 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes or so. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And what did we get? We get a... Ooh. This would have been really, really good if this was a glove with defense or health. Because I like to see the stats that matches the set. Like, that's just perfect. People would tell me to sell these, right? But honestly, like right now, I'm just going to save it for now because like I could possibly find some use for it. The best thing, though, is like if you're farming gear, you probably want to start focusing on selling everything that is below 5 stars and rare, because what you end up doing is you end up taking the rare artifact and then you start getting it to level 12 for the stats that you don't really know about, and you end up wasting a lot of gold, right? So if you're trying to save gold, then my recommendation is as soon as you have the ability to farm high level rift, start becoming more selective with what you keep. And by selling the rest that you don't care about, you actually make some gold as well in the long run, and it just kind of benefits you. So you're trying to level to get Gamal and Tornus, and the expense is incredible. Yeah, so like it's one of those like catch-22 situations where you can't really farm like really high level rift without those heroes, and you need to farm those high level rift in order to get gold. As much gold as as fast as possible. So my recommendation is instead to focus on high level campaign. So what I do is I would literally just like farm all day long. I would farm all day long on high level campaign, and then I'm leveling up my heroes and I'm selling everything I get from there, because like you can still get quite a few like 5-star 5-star artifacts that are common, right, or rare or uncommon, and then you can just sell them for 20,000, 15,000 gold or something, and it does add up. So this is also a game where the in-game currency, the gems, is best used for energy. 60 gems for 120 energy. I think that's a recommendation to go for if you are looking to do a lot of farming. And if you can farm like rift under 2 minutes, like let's say a minute and a half to like a minute and 10 seconds or so, then it's worth it. Otherwise it is pretty slow. You're right, but sometimes you can get like a really nice gear. You can get like 30,000, 25,000 minimum gold for each one, which is pretty good. I wish it wasn't Xena using the skill to attack there, because now we're going to have to wait. You can sort of see sometimes, like, based on how many stats, like how many stacks of burn there are on your units, like how well the fight might go. This one's going to be a little bit dicey. So let's see, who is Neferi going to heal up? So Neferi is going to heal up Sigil, so that's good. Oh, this might actually end it. If I can get Xena to attack, we might do it. Let's see. There you go. So you save your gems to buy the 12 gold scrolls. I would say that works, right? That's something that you can use as well. It's just that the gems for scrolls, if you look at the... is it in a shop, I guess? So if you look at the scrolls... So if you're buying... Did he sell... Oh no, they don't. This is scrolls for gold. I think I'm not sure we can buy the scrolls using gems, but I know that sometimes you can buy from market, and that's like, you know, I think 500,000 for scroll. But then if you're trying to say gold, then it's counterproductive that way. But I still think that the best thing to do is, if you can, in the miscellaneous, energy really is the best here. Let's see. Oh, here. So you get the scrolls here. So gold scroll bundle, you get 1,200 for 11 scrolls. Honestly, in my opinion, 1,200 gems for 11 scrolls isn't quite worth it, because that is a lot of gems. That translates to a ton of stamina that you can use, for which you can then use to farm for a lot of heroes, and or get a lot more gold, and you know, just in my opinion, spending gems on the scrolls in the long run is actually it's a losing proposition, in my opinion. I mean, it's fine, like if you if that helps you. It's just that because you only have a essentially 1 in 13 chance to get an epic, you need to hit 200 gold scrolls for the mercy system for legendary to kick in, and you also need a 13 scroll count for the epic system to kick in. So those 11 scrolls, you might end up getting just all rare heroes, and for 1,200 gems, that's pretty expensive in my opinion. Two things that are going to be better for bang for your buck, honestly, is XP. If you're going to be spending 1,200 gems, you might as well spend 840 on the 7-day XP boost. So the 7-day XP boost gets you, you know, double the XP. Right, gets you the double the XP for your battles, so that you can level your heroes faster. You can use them to then upgrade your heroes faster, and I would say also, like, you know, you kind of then if you can get all the energy that you could be buying using the gems, put it into Rift, right? And then you can build up the number one. You can build up your gold better. And two, there's always a chance for a gold scroll drop here. All right, so you can essentially get them for cheaper as well. So you see, Ashton, which hero is best for removing status effects? So there's a few depending on who you are, depending on who you have. So there's Guinevere that takes off 1. Sigil takes takes 2 off 2 and up to 3. Nefre can take 3 off of 1. You can also have let's see, do I have him here? Benedict. Benedict is also a rare hero that can remove negative stats from all allies, so he's also really good. So you could use... I was actually going to recommend using Benedict as a sort of a replacement for Guinevere until you get Guinevere. So Benedict is a pretty good healer, pretty tanky because he has high defense, and then restores health and also removes negative status. And so Benedict is probably one that would go with. And there's a lot of like these skills that you might have questions for. If you join my Discord server, I have started a bot where you can ask questions about like what skills, what heroes have a certain skill, and then it'll answer for you. So that's what I recommend. Let's see, let's go ahead and do our training. So you can see I have Benedict actively in training right now, and I'm looking forward to getting him to 4 stars, and then we will try. My thoughts on Arwina. So I worked really hard to get her during the event, and I think she kind of like falls a little short for me on what I like her to do. So this is her skill, right? So she is a bruiser, and her ability, like, she basically invokes provoke. Okay, so she invokes provoke. She gets Board King, and she deals damage based on defense. So the idea is like, you know, she has high defense, and then she provokes the heroes, so then you could tank damage more. But I kind of feel like for her, she doesn't do quite as well as I would have liked against the red raid boss. I think I just need to get her higher level. I think I need to have higher health and higher defense altogether, because otherwise she dies too quickly for me. But I definitely have high hopes for her. I definitely think that once I get her level up higher, it should be better. I think it's also just that I don't have... Yeah, and I don't really have good defense. Like you can see here, I have like, you know, a giant slip, I have accuracy, and I have, you know, critical damage here. Because the thing with Arena is you need her skill to land. You need her provoke to land, and if her provoke doesn't land, then they're really it kind of takes away the reason why she's there. So it kind of gets a little bit distracting, like trying to get her accuracy up. And I made a mistake of trying to get her critical damage up. So like she's at 170. Like I was trying to use her as a bruiser, but I think she might be better off as a actual tank for the accuracy for the provoke and for the defense. So I need to bump up her defense like a lot higher. Let's see, Benedict. Yeah, so and what I would do is Benedict is also someone that you'll let's take a look and see if he's worth max leveling in terms of his skills. Some heroes you can wait on, and some are just like you're going to gain immediate benefits. So let's see. So for Benedict, you get 24% heal as opposed to 20%. So the higher your health, the better it's going to be. And then for the defense, I think it's not. I mean, it always helps, but it's not going to be like a must. So I think this one is something that you can use. And if you can get higher health, you can, you know, that'll be good. So she pairs well with Torbjorn and Freya. So this is what we can try, right? So let's go back to the Rift. I'm actually going to drop down a little bit, and I want to try a team with her. So let's go ahead and use. Let's not have Streetbach in there. Let's have. I have Freya too. So let's use Arena. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we'll do Arena, Torbjorn, and where is my Freya? There's Freya. I want to make sure she has equipment. She does. It's just that she can't stun the boss. That's the thing. Let's give it a try. Let's see how this works. So I got Freya. I got her leveled up. I was super excited, and then I was like, I can't stun anybody. But I think Freya would be good in Arena. All right, like if I can bring a stunner in my fight, then Freya will benefit, because her skill deals double damage if the target is affected by stun. Right. And you can see, like, you know, she's not dealing that much damage because her damage is based on health. And I have 35,000 health right now, and it's still not that great. It could be my critical damage isn't really high, but I was like, you know, she looked promising, but I kind of wanted to see a little bit more. I used Torbjorn as the leader, didn't I? I guess I needed to use Freya as the leader for this. Yeah, so let's take a look and see how this goes. A little bit slower. You can see we don't have as much damage output here. I probably didn't need both Death Ray and Sigil for this battle. But you can see without, you know, just without Streetblock here, everything just runs super slow. That is how it feels to me. Alright, so Torbjorn is still doing good damage there, like 11,000, and then 3,000 from Freya there. So your Freya's leader puts up 54,000. Yeah, so that will probably make a difference as well. So let's hope we finish the battle quick, and then I can try it once more, and we can test it out. Like this is a good opportunity to test out Freya and see how she works here in the Rift. Yeah, so with her health at 35,000, she deals about 3,000 or so without stun, right? With stun, that damage doubles. I guess with high critical damage and high critical rate, that will probably work well. I haven't really put a lot of effort into optimizing her just yet, but we can see how this goes. I'm actually a little worried that we might die here. Because the problem is I'm lacking the amount of damage that's needed to really put away the Phoenix. And for some reason, they're just refusing to match, you know, the blue gems. Okay, so we're going to get another burn here. Yeah, we're probably not even going to last here, are we? Okay, so let's go ahead and... yeah, so Nefray is now dead. Arwina isn't really doing much here, right? So like it's just one of those things where you can see like having her on the team is like not having her at all, in my opinion. The way I'm playing right now. And everyone's just gonna die. Ugh. We're gonna have to switch this out a little bit. I want to see how much damage she can deal if I use her as a leader, but I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put in someone else here. I'm gonna put this in. Let's try her having her as a leader. What is it? 50%? Is it 50% health? Right. So I want to see how much more damage she can deal here, but I'm going to put in Streetbog in just for the mana generation. Increases the health of all. So she is the leader, but her health is only at 50% more. It's not that much. I don't think it's more. Let's see. Torbjorn. Torbjorn didn't have a leader ability, so why didn't I get more health? Right? I have Freya as a leader, didn't I? I'm not sure. All right, well let's just finish up this fight and then see how we do. But this is just like slow, huh? 7,000 there. But Torbjorn I feel like has higher health now. Oh, you know what? Freya gets... No? Increases the health of all blue allies. Wouldn't that include herself? But it definitely boosted Torbjorn's damage. I can see that for sure. Okay, so let's see if we can finish this. It's just like the team feels really slow, right? This is definitely a very slow team because like I don't have the damage, and this is where, you know, for me personally, anyways, Xena is, she just feels quick, like because her damage is like just so good. I don't even know how I can get Freya's damage to go higher without stun. And even with stun, I don't think it's going to be as high, right? So like even with stun, that's probably going to be about like 7,000-8,000. So we'll take a look at this afterwards. It could be that maybe Freya was indeed my leader already earlier. I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can finish up the Phoenix this time. So you don't have a roster that can successfully farm Rift yet, but you're building up towards it. Yeah, so that's good. It's a you know, that's what it is. It's what it's about. Like, you know, it's about building up a team that you can comfortably farm at, and eventually you're going to hit a plateau where you can't really get past a certain level. But then once you get stronger and then you find the right heroes or the right setup, right combination, then you'll be able to move past that. And so, what level Rift are you on right now? I was on maybe like 12 for a long time, so I stayed on Rift 12 for a long time, and then after I got Guinevere is when I was able to get up to like 18 or something. And then after getting Street Block, then I was like, okay, I was able to get towards 20 more often. This is 16, I think. I think we're on Rift 16. So let's see how this team works. It's definitely a lot slower. And oh my gosh, we have so many stacks of burn right now, and they don't have enough energy to dispel. I need a sigil to be doing light gem matches. Okay, so maybe Torbjorn can just take it over from here. There you go. Okay, that was kind of close, but we did it. It was a close call. And at 16, I think we have between 4 to 6 stars. So that took a long time, right? So battle 15. So that took a lot longer, more than it should have. But I'm gonna play around with the different teams and see how things go. Anyways, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to be ending my stream at this point. So thanks a lot for joining me, guys. This has been really good. So again, for those of you who might have missed my stream from earlier, if you just kind of watch it within the first 20 minutes, I give the 2 codes. So go back and check it out. I'm sure it's in the global chat already. Anyways, so that's going to be from me for everybody. Remember, a reminder that starting today, my future streams, I will be giving away redeemable codes as well. And so come join me. We'll have a conversation with chat, and we're just going to play. And then, hopefully answer some of your questions as well. Thanks everybody for joining me. It's been really great to chat with all of you.